Hello, Scorpios. Welcome to your weekly reading. This week I'm going to give you a little astrology that's going on, and that is that the sun is moving into Pisces on the 19th. We have a new moon in Pisces on the 23rd, and Mercury is currently retrograde in Pisces. And so this could mean that there's going to be some deep thoughts, deep feelings this week. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. You may have some completion this week or some closure, which is not a bad thing. The cards that you got, the native spirit cards that I pulled for your overarching energy, are the Circle of Life and the Trickster card. Trickster really talks about things maybe not exactly as they seem. And that means that things may not be as bad as they seem, or things may not be as good as they seem, but you really need to really maybe delve in a little bit this week and not take things at face value. Make sure that you're investigating a little more. But the Circle of Life, I'm going to read you from the book what the Circle of Life says, because it's such a beautiful card. It says, all things are possible. Stand in your center and be open. The four winds are bringing your dreams to fruition. Embrace and accept where you are in the great circle of life. Bounty and abundance are flowing to you. If you've had relationship or financial challenges, things are about to change. So I would say that the Circle of Life is a lot like the Wheel of Fortune and the Tarot, in that things are turning and moving in your favor, that all things do change. And if you are going through difficulties, know that they're probably going to come to an end, which is really great news. I've got some cards here that I pulled. You've got the Eight of Swords and the Three of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, and the Hermit card. I pulled three clarifiers from another deck, and you got the Five of Swords and the Queen of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune, which I just was talking about the Wheel of Fortune with the Circle of Life, and I really, even though I already pulled the cards, I didn't realize that I pulled the Wheel of Fortune. So I like that that kind of goes together. There's a little synchronicity there with the Circle of Life and the Wheel of Fortune. The Eight of Swords, that is a card of feeling trapped, feeling like you know you're a victim of your circumstances. You can't move, you can't change. The truth is that this card also says that it's self-imposed. You have inside of you what you need to stop and change the things that aren't working. The Trickster card says things aren't what they seem. So be sure that you're not overreacting to a situation. Don't get yourself caught up in one little detail and not see the big picture. Know that if there's something that's holding you back, you've got it in you to change that so you can move forward. And the Three of Wands is all about moving forward. It's expansion and progress and growth. Is really, if you have an idea, it's moving forward with that idea. It's really says that you can have what you want, that you are in charge of your destiny, and that things are going to progress and move forward at this time. So is there something that's been holding you back? Is there something that you feel like if this would just change, I could move on? I want you to investigate that. I want you to think about it. Maybe do some new moon manifestations. Pisces may certainly, the sun in Pisces may have you thinking very deeply, and but I want you to get in touch with whatever it is that you need to release and have the courage to go ahead and do that. The rest of your cards, the Six of Pentacles, is really about giving and receiving. So it's about, giving to others and feeling just that good feeling that you get by being a helper, a volunteer, by donating to people. But it really says that there's a receiving that you're going to get back. Not that we do things to get something back, but it's like a karmic energy that when you do give to others, it's going to make you feel good. You're going to receive some good feelings from that, and you very well may get back the abundance that you're giving away. The Hermit card, it is the card of Virgo. So if you have a Virgo in your life, it may refer to that. But also it's about, being very contemplative and really shining the light on areas in which there was darkness. And this, with that Eight of Swords, says that maybe there's something that's holding you back, something internal, I think, that may be holding you back. And remember that trickster, like things aren't always as they seem. A lot of the times, things that we think are just the end of the world or the worst thing in the world really aren't. We can move past them. We can move on. Sometimes they're a gift. They take us out of situations that we shouldn't be in, and they propel us into things we never would have imagined. So the Hermit card says that this week you're going to be really, delving in and looking in your dark corners and seeing what it is you need to face this week. The Five of Swords is definitely a card of conflict. I think you're going to cut that away. You don't want conflict, but if there is some conflict in your life, you're going to have to talk about it. You're going to have to acknowledge it and move on from it. Circle of Life is you moving forward and moving out of any negative energies, as is the Wheel of Fortune. So you want to know that you can move out of that conflict and strife, leave behind what you don't need, and get out of any situation that you feel is holding you back. Love the Queen of Wands. Inspired action. Just really a dynamic energy. Be able to move forward. Having the energy to do things. Like it's some days, when you wake up, you feel like you just don't even have the drive. You will have the drive this week. This is the drive that you're looking for. This is you pushing forward. This is you moving away from what you don't need, moving into what you do, giving to people, giving of others, and receiving from others as well, probably. Seeing the Wheel of Fortune turn, seeing your luck turn, finally maybe getting to the end of a cycle and completing something that needs to be completed so you can move forward and have the life it is that you want and deserve. And I think this is a very interesting reading because it's not 100% positive. It's not 100% negative. It's really about looking inside and dealing with what you need to deal with and then getting rid of it. And Mercury in retrograde does that. It really does help make us examine ourselves and our circumstances, and hopefully gives us the closure we need so we can move on, because we need to acknowledge things and not hold on to them so that we can receive all those good things that are coming to us that we deserve. So best of luck this week, Scorpios. I really do like your reading. I want to thank everyone who's subscribed and shared with others. I truly appreciate it. Have a great week.